Okay, so this is another video, and another suggestion I had, and I was already going to do anyways, was Dolce and Gabbana came out with a new formulation of the One, which is like their, maybe, I don't know if it's their signature scent or not, but it's definitely the only one I've really been interested in over the past several years because it is one of my go-to date scents. It's like really sexy smell. Honestly, it's probably the best smell, probably the best night date smell overall, in my opinion. The only thing that kind of hindered it over the years for me, in my overall opinion of it, was its performance and longevity. Because as you guys know, who have the One eau de toilette, you guys know that the performance sucks ass. So it had always kind of been like a common need of the fragrance community that if this ever came out with the exact same scent but it was more powerful, it would be like the end all be all of fragrances, at least for guys who get the mainstream ones. Maybe I know a lot of the fragrance guys hate the shit out of this stuff, but yeah, I don't have creative ventus, sorry guys. But anyway, so recently, or somewhat recently, the EDP came out of this stuff, and when that was released, everyone was freaking out because if they could come out with something that smelled exactly the same but had better performance, it would be, like the solution to all of our problems, pretty much. But anyway, so I told myself I was gonna wait. I've had several bottles of these over the years, and the performance sucks, like I said. I honestly started to not use it as much on dates simply because I couldn't even, if I was out like all night, I would literally go through an entire atomizer. Like, can you imagine having to use, like, literally go to the bathroom or something like every hour or 2 hours just to dose yourself in this again? Like, it was really annoying. So anyways, I was like, hey, I'm going to just get the EDP just because I don't know, I'm still gonna work through this first, but maybe I'll like layer them or something. But anyways, I got the EDP. Bottle looks pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. They look similar. But basically, this stuff, it smells very, I'd say maybe 95 to 98% identical to me. There's like a slight difference, but it's like minuscule at most, which is great because a lot of times when I'm sure you guys know, a lot of times when the EDP comes out, they completely like fucking destroy the scent. I don't even know why that happens. Like, the whole point of EDP is just to have a more concentrated version of the EDT, as far as to my understanding. Maybe I'm wrong, but I know a lot of you guys know when they come out with the EDP for certain fragrances, it smells nothing the same as the original EDT, and it like defeats the whole purpose of making an EDP of it in the first place, because everyone's looking for the higher performance, the same smell, but they just butcher it a lot of the time. Like Dior Homme Intense, I'm pretty sure that's when it was. The EDP is a lot different than the EDT. I think Bleu de Chanel kind of did the same thing. Could be wrong, but I think I recall them kind of butchering it a bit. As far as these, though, they smell literally almost identical, which is fantastic. But is the performance issue fixed, is the question. And I'd say, like, partially, not quite, though. Like, I tried it a few times now. Obviously, as you see, my bottle's, like, pretty close to full, so I haven't really had many chances to test it out, but I've done it a few days now, this past week and a half, and I do get a few more hours out of it for sure. I don't know what it is about this one, but a lot of people, or for me particularly, I'll spray it and then my nose kind of desensitizes to it really quickly. So to me, I can't even smell it on myself unless I go right up close, and I think it's a skin scent. But then sometimes people will be like, whoa, like they can smell me from like halfway across the room. So I feel like maybe it's just me being, my nose just for some reason doesn't pick up this one that well. because I usually always have to be like literally like it's almost like a skin scent to me. I have to be like right up to it to smell it for whatever reason. And then usually with colognes and fragrances, I can kind of like I get random whiffs of it throughout the day, like coming from myself, which is kind of odd for this one in particular. But you know, with this one, I definitely notice I get a lot more of those like intermittent, you know, like wafting smells of myself. You know, like it's projecting, like it projects better than this one in my opinion. As far as performance, you get a couple more hours out of it. I think it sticks better to my skin, that's for sure. One of the main things was this, I had to make sure my clothes were like saturated with it, or else it wouldn't last very well. It didn't like stick to my skin that much. As far as this one, it seems to be a bit more cohesive, or I don't know, agreeable with my skin as far as sticking to it. But I don't think they really nailed the fix. If this is as good as it gets, you know, kudos to them for at least being able to keep the smell the same though, because the last thing you want is to, you know, spend a bunch of money on the EDP to have it. Because I couldn't even this stuff, I couldn't even go to the store to test it out, because here in Canada they don't even carry it, so I had to order it online from a store in a different country. So, you know, I'm not disappointed, but I don't know, kind of have mixed feelings about it, but it's still one of my favorite scents, that's for sure. And I think in the future I'll probably be getting this one instead of this one, unless there's like a significant price difference where this one just like drops hardcore compared to this one. Then I might just get this and spray more of it, because there's not a huge difference, but you know, kind of depends on the price difference in my opinion. But as far as that goes, that is it for my opinion of Dolce & Gabbana The One EDT versus EDP.